Hi guys, how are we doing today? Hopefully the full moon energy has not been too rough on you. Alright, I'm playing around with my candle here. Alright, well, welcome to Just on Tarot. We're going to get into our weekly vibes. I'm just going to see where we're at. I don't know. We're going to start with a Moonology card. I'm losing my mind today. Oh, I've been cleaning all day. Oh, this is going to be for all signs. So we're going to start with fire sign first. All right, so we're going to start with Aries. This is Moonology manifestation. So that's what we're going with. All right, what do we have for Aries going into the weekend? Full moon in Scorpio. Breathe through the tension. So maybe you need to take some breath. All right, on the bottom we have real what needs to be seen. So maybe we need to take a pause, maybe do some meditation, some calming relief. Oh, let's see which deck we're using right now. All right, but we definitely need to, maybe we've got something going on that is kind of got you stuck in your head a little bit, and you need to just kind of slow down. My mouse is also in my camera view. All right, what do we have for Aries going into this weekend? All right, what do we have for them? Strength coming out. All right, so maybe there's something you're trying to push forward with. It feels like maybe you're carrying a lot. He is carrying this big, massive brick, and those came out flying. So we're going to take it. So we definitely have the strength. So he's carrying this like a lot of load. So maybe you're carrying a lot right now. You're just kind of holding on to a lot of things. I feel like it's just kind of a lot energy. We have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Maybe this is some kind of like financial upheaval. You know, maybe you're trying to figure out like how to pay your bills. You're spending your money a little unwisely, and you know, we got the Ten of Wands saying, you know, maybe we need to stop, you know, come up with some kind of new idea with this Page of Swords, especially when it comes to finances. Oh, if you feel like you've been carrying a lot towards like a family and home relationship, I feel like you're kind of in the mode of like, I don't know if I really want to do this type of energy. Like, I'm kind of over it. I just kind of want to be off in my own worlds. This Page of Swords, you know, pages are messengers, but I feel like they're also idea creators. So I feel like it's maybe you possibly coming up with some kind of idea of whatever you're holding on to. You just definitely need to like breathe. Oh. So, all right, let's get down to the nitty gritty of this, okay? So, Page of Swords on the bottom. So, you're trying to think of ideas. Maybe you're not putting anything into action, but you're definitely trying to, how can I change this situation? What can I do? How can I move this further along? You're trying to hold on to, like, trying to keep, what's the word I'm looking for? You're trying to be tough in a situation, I guess, or show that you're tough. Like, maybe you're feeling like you have the weight of the world on, like you're holding on to it, especially with that brick. And it's very heavy, and you feel like it's going to drop down, especially when it comes to, like, the home, family life situation. So maybe you're just tight on money right now. You're trying to figure out financially how to get out of this mess that you're holding on to. Because I feel like you're just over it with that Ten of Wands. So maybe take some time to breathe. All right. We are going to get some advice from the Tarot Order deck. It's pretty blunt, so let's see what it says. All right, what advice do we have for Aries for this situation? Soft strength. All right. It takes great strength to remain soft in a world that tries to harden you. Only the brave dare to feel, to love, to face their own vulnerability. Okay, so I also kind of feel like if you're changing a job, I feel like this is more like a job change, not like so much a loss of money, but maybe you're very unhappy in the career path that you've chosen and you're trying to change directions or walk away from that. I do feel like you are getting creative ideas. You really need to make some kind of decision where you want to put your effort and energy to. The Two of Swords and this Seven of Wands over here. It's definitely about like it's like creating an idea, not really quite sure how it's going to work out, but I'm going to keep moving forward. I feel like you are definitely trusting yourself this weekend. You know where you want to build, you know how you want to build. So I love that for you guys. So I feel like the universe is telling you, you know, I always miss the High Priestess with the Empress in this deck. I don't know why. I feel like they're beautiful entities. So the Empress and the High Priestess, I feel like you're trying to create something new. You're trying to trust yourself, but maybe you're kind of missing out on the opportunities that are lying in front of you. Take that message for what it's worth. So that's what I have for you, beautiful Aries. All right, let me reset my cards. And then we are moving on to Leo. I don't know why I feel like doing it this way, but oh. All right, Leos, I hope you guys are doing great. I hope you guys are having a beautiful day. It is kind of like some weird mix in between rainy and sunny out here today. So maybe it's kind of like a gloomy day, but keeping in mind that like that sun's going to shine kind of energy. Oh, we got two, so we're going to take them. All right. New moon and Scorpio. Go deeper. Definitely a lot of Scorpio energy. All right. New moon and Leo. Shine. That's what I said. So maybe that gloominess we're talking about is like digging deeper to be able to find where you shine, or seeing the brighter side of a situation type of energy. Oh, we always want to look, but it says no. So we're going to see where we're going. All right. What do we have for the lovely zodiac? The beautiful Leos, just for the weekends, you know. Just for the weekends. All right, what are we getting into, Leos? No idea what that is, but we'll see here in a minute. All right, what do we have for the beautiful Leos? What do we have for the Leos? All right. Yeah, we're going to take it. We got the Fool card, the Eight of Wands, and the Four of Cups. I still have no idea what this card is. So, we're going to see what that is. We have the Moon on the back. It's a very beautiful card. I feel like this is that going deeper energy is like learning how to face your fears, where you're headed. It's kind of like embracing the unknown right now. And we do have the Ace of Cups in reverse. So maybe not being open to, it's generally love card, but I feel like it's being open to the world around you. Being open to what the world has to show you. You know, we have the Four of Cups, definitely missing some opportunities. But I feel like as we go kind of like through the course of the weekends, you know, you're kind of like going through that kind of energy. You're definitely opening up to something new. So I feel like the start of the weekend is kind of like slow, sluggish, kind of closed off, not really interested in new things, ideas, maybe not interested in new love. You're just kind of like, I'm not looking at that. I'm not seeing those opportunities. But the more the weekend kind of goes on, you're like kind of pushing past through that. Maybe you're starting to send out texts to friends. Maybe you're starting to kind of get out of your comfort zone with this moon card here and just getting out, doing things, you know, and it's definitely about like, not only full leap of faith, but I feel like it's like really pushing yourself out of this energy. You're like, I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep going. And I feel like it is telling you that shine card. We do have the Page of Wands with the Three of Swords and the King of Cups. So I feel like, you know, I feel like this is more like, maybe we put an idea or a thought into place and it didn't quite work out the way you wanted, but you're kind of sitting with your emotions a little bit with it. And that's kind of what I'm feeling right now. So, all right, let's get one advice card or whatever needs to come out from the girl. See what I got. Anything else? All right. Okay, we have survival mode. How can you dream when your nervous system is scanning for threats until you feel safe? Your spirit will ration its power. All right, we have a validation trap. Approval is addictive, but it's a high that always crashes. You'll never feel whole if you're building yourself from borrowed praise. So maybe that's kind of the going deeper part, is like maybe you've been living in the survival mode, because I do kind of feel like it's survival mode. And you need to kind of dig deeper and have your own validation. And I feel like where that's shine cards coming in for you. All right, that's what I have for the beautiful lions. Kind of crazy energy, but I feel like it's pretty healthy. All right, we are moving on to Sagittarius. You have to mind me, I do my own timestamps, guys. Right. Into the fire realm we go, Sagittarius. Right. What do we have for Sagittarius in this weekend? What do we have for Saggies? I don't know, I just got suddenly really cold. So, what do we got? All right. Clear your mind. Last quarter moon in Gemini. All right. On the bottom, we have be proud of yourself. So maybe you need to get out, clear your mind, get out in nature if it's not freezing, but it does kind of help you clear your mind. It helps you kind of just move past your things. And if you have been going through a hard time, or you've been dealing with something, you've been struggling a little bit, you know, be proud of yourself. You know, baby steps. Everything with the movement forward. All right, what do we have for the beautiful Sagittarius? Right. What do we have for the weekends? What do we have for the weekends? My beautiful Sages. What do we have for you guys? All right. I did see that in the deck earlier, the Eight of Pentacles. So maybe we're putting some work in or working through something. Sorry. Right. I was parched for some reason. All right. We have the Six of Pentacles. Maybe trying to even something out. What is this? Working through something. I feel like it's working through something. You know, maybe something wasn't quite as balanced out as it was supposed to be. You know, I feel like maybe you're starting to open yourself up. So the Seven of Wands is kind of, I love this deck. Like when it's upright, she's in this bubble. She's just protected. She's focused on herself. And I feel like when it's in reverse, it's kind of like allowing yourself to kind of flow. Like it's, I don't know, it's beautiful energy. All right. Anything else? Nope. Okay. All right. Nine of Wands on the back. I feel like it's, you have that flame up there. So it's like that drive to keep pushing forward. I feel like if this is some kind of love situation with the Lovers here, like maybe it's some kind of situation that you have been working on. Maybe you're going through something financially, or even you're just having relationship problems. Maybe there was a squabble or something along that lines. But I mean, working through things kind of takes time. It's like the full phases of the moon up here. Like, it doesn't have to happen like right now, but something to work through. Maybe it wasn't giving you enough, and you're just kind of like, I feel like holding back a little bit. Okay, maybe you're pulling your energy back and kind of trying to decide, but that definitely takes clearing your mind, understanding yourself, you know, and that Eight of Pentacles can create whatever she wants. But if you are dealing with some kind of choice, I feel like the universe is telling you to keep trucking. All right, there's definitely work to be had. And maybe you need to, maybe this is a work situation and you're trying to find people to collab. But I feel like with this Lovers here and the Chariot, that like you're really maybe making a decision to keep going forward. But the Chariot is kind of like, it's fast forward moving. It's like things pushing forward, but it's also kind of like, what direction are you headed? You know, what are you seeking in love? You know, where are you willing to put that that work into? What are you willing to create type of energy? And maybe that's what that clear your mind is about. I feel like the be proud of yourself is like, be proud of the accomplishments that you made and keep working. You may not see the return on the investment yet, but don't close yourself off to it. All right? That's what I have for you guys. All right. Let's see what we get on the Pharaoh. The beautiful Pharaoh deck. I don't know why I like it. It's so pretty. All right. What do we have for Sagittarius? 3 came out, so yeah, I'll take them. All right. Negative creator. You're a creator no matter what. The question is, are you creating from fear or truth? All right. That is very interesting. That's that clearing your mind energy right there. Violated. When your boundaries are shattered, a part of you went into hiding. It's time to call that part back. That's your Seven of Wands right there. And I feel like you're Lovers. Aligned souls. This kind of connection won't demand your sacrifice. It will mirror your strength. I absolutely love that. That's this energy right here. Okay? Like, what are you wanting to bring in? It's a choice. It really is. You decide where you're going and where you want to put your effort and your energy into. I absolutely love that, Sagittarius. That is beautiful. All right, that's what I have for you, beautiful Saggies. Reset my beautiful cards here. All right. We are moving on to the earth signs. We're going on to Taurus. All right. The beautiful earth signs. All right. What do I have for Taurus? For the weekends. All right. What do I have for Taurus for the weekend? Okay, that came out. New moon in Cancer. Relax. I love that. All right. Breathe through the tension on the bottom. All right. So, I don't know why, like, maybe check out the Aries read, see what's there. But I feel like if you've got a situation that's just really kind of like agitating you, I think the universe is also saying, like, take a minute, relax, breathe. You know, you're not always going to stay in that energy. What do I want? All right. Was that song's popping in my head? Relax. Don't do it. Something. I maybe heard that song. I can hear the beat in my head, but I can't hear the word. All right. What do we have for Taurus for this weekend? All right. What do we have for Taurus? My beautiful Taurus. All right. What do we have for Taurus? Nine of Pentacles. A slow and steady progress. All right. What do we have for Taurus? My beautiful Taurus. I don't know what that is. We'll find out, though. All right. We're going to take it. Right. All right, current energy. You are undecided about something. What are we undecided about, Taurus? Okay. It definitely has something about a path that you want to go down. Maybe a new idea. Could be career, could be love, could be really anything, but you're definitely passionate. So the thing about the Two of Wands, I said swords. So maybe you're stuck in your head. Two of Wands is you can decide which one. All you got to do is put it down and just keep on walking. All right. I feel like that's the Nine of Pentacles right here. It's slow and steady progress. Maybe you're not seeing anything come from it, and it's starting to create some kind of tension. And the universe is telling you, relax. Okay. Let's see what this lovely card is. This is the Three of Swords. You know, and I feel like that's kind of where that heartache and pain is. As always, this could be love, career, health, wealth, whatever your situation is. But right now, it's causing you some heartbreak. I don't feel like it's more like disappointment, kind of feels like. But you do have the desire to keep moving in that direction. And I feel like you know what you want. You've made that judgment call. You do have the beautiful wands, a lot of wands. Some swords and some pentacles with the Fool behind that. So taking that leap of faith. All right. With my beautiful Nine of Wands, I feel like that's telling you you do have that mental capacity to keep trying. Okay. But burping. Maybe you need to take it back and re-strategize. Maybe try different plans, try different ideas. Okay, but definitely kind of balance it out with the pentacles. I like the pentacles in this one because it kind of looks like a face. It's really cool. It's like the eyes. Like you see it, you want it, you know how to get there. How am I going to balance this? How am I going to juggle what I've got going on here? I'm going to take this, and I normally won't, but I feel like the full card is telling you to keep walking towards your path over here. That's the Ten of Swords, especially if something ended. Just keep walking forward. I don't know if that's going to make sense to you, but I definitely love it for you guys. It just starts with a choice. So, all right. That's what I got for you. Oh, we didn't even pull your Oracle card. We will definitely do that. Give me 1 second, guys. All right. I don't know why this is showing up, but we're going to keep it for you. I'll read it to you in just a minute, okay? All right. What do we have for Taurus? We got unhealed history. All right. Unhealed history. What you haven't healed keeps looping until it's faced, and it's not going to vanish with time alone. All right. So maybe go out and have a little bit of fun. That's going to help you relax a little bit. All right, so the card that was facing forward in the deck is not for sale. Your priorities are clear. Your values are non-negotiable. Be authentic. Authenticity may not always pay, but it always aligns. So be your true self. I don't know who needed to hear that, but that message is out there. All right, we are moving on. Sorry about that, Taurus. Right. We are going to Virgo. All right, my lovely Virgos. All right. What do I have for my beautiful Virgos? All right. What do I have for my beautiful Virgos? All my cards want to go wonky today. What is going on with you guys? One more. All right. Thank you. All right. What do we have for Virgos? Going into this weekend. The beautiful Virgos. What do we have for Virgos? All right. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay. We have... Ooh. I think that was the card that was on the bottom of the deck. Be proud of yourself. So if you're going through like a really, really tough time right now and you're kind of just really, really stuck in your head, you know, maybe you should think about where you were like a year ago and where you are now, and be proud of the road that you've traveled. We do have honor your feelings on the bottom. So it's definitely, I feel like, facing your shadow side with your light side. So knowing that you do have these thoughts and ideas you have about yourself, but allowing them to kind of release out of your system and focus on the things that you have grown or where you have grown, you know? And sometimes you feel like you're in that type of energy, but be proud of those. Like, maybe you've made strides or changes, and you should definitely look at that. All right, what do we have for our beautiful Virgos? All right, let's see. All right, what do we have for Virgos? My lovely Virgos. Alright, so what do we have for Virgos? Alright, we'll take those. I don't know what they are. We'll see here in a minute. Alright, what do we have for Virgos? One more, please, at least. Two more. Well, they come out, they come out. The World on the bottom of the card. So maybe it's time for those cycles to change. Maybe it's about the thought process. Maybe you're in your feels right now with that honor that feelings back, yeah. But I think it's also about like closing that chapter out and focusing on where you came from and where you're headed type of energy. And it's definitely a fixed energy. So and in this card, she's really just kind of loving life. And I feel like the more you love life and the more you're proud of yourself, the more things you kind of bring into your life. All right, let's start this. We have the High Priestess. All right. It's about trusting yourself, trusting your intuition, trusting what the universe has in store for you. And it's really about giving into, I feel like, more yourself. All right, we have the Knight of Wands. I feel like it's more about chasing your dreams, trusting what you want, going for it. Like she got that wand and she is running. We have the Seven of Wands. I feel like this is about just kind of biting the bullet and just going. Like if anything's in your way, you're going to knock it down. You're just going to bulldoze over it. She's like kicking these wands and she's like, I got this. And what I find interesting is you have the Five of Wands down here and she's holding two wands up here. So I feel like if it's like conflicts or anything, you're just like, nope, I ain't got time for that. All right. And then we have the Six of Pentacles. I like that it's kind of like what you're not dealing with, or you're just like, nope, is that lack of give and take. Maybe you're not giving enough to yourself. Maybe you've got somebody that's just taking and taking, like energetically taking, and you're just like, I don't have time for this. I'm not in the mood. We do have the Two of Swords with the Hierophant and the Emperor. Whew, energy. Right. So you're trying to make a decision, okay? And I feel like whatever decision is trying to be for your higher good, and it's definitely with somebody that you feel is stubborn or kind of holds you back or doesn't listen. Could be really anybody, a boss, could be a spouse, could be a parent, could be a child. It's really anybody. I always find them like super stubborn, set in their ways. I don't really know who that's going to resonate with, but I feel like it's just trying to trust in the direction that you want to go. And maybe you are seeking some kind of counseling with that Hierophant, you know, or you're trying to decide to seek some kind of counseling. All right. Let's see what the Pharaoh has to tell you. All right. It's kind of a heavy read, but I love it. I feel like you're breaking cycles. You're getting out of it. All right, what do we have for the Virgos for this weekend? What do we have for Virgos? I feel like there's a card that flipped over, so we're going to double check. Because if it does, I do take it. All right. 2 came out. Bad connection. Just because you weren't meant to meet doesn't mean you weren't meant to stay. Some soul I'm trying. Some soul contracts are made to expire. Ego driven. Ego will fight to keep you small by pretending you're above everyone else. When being right matters more than being real. Your evolution stalls. Alright, so clearly you have some kind of bad connection somewhere, you know? But I guess ask yourself if you... What's the word I'm looking for? It's like meeting somebody, you like somebody, but it's kind of like they came into your life for a reason, but it just wasn't meant to kind of stay. That does go for positive and negative, so I guess it's up for you to decide. Ego-driven, I feel like that's the Emperor, and the Hierophant is like, are you letting your ego drive your thought process? You know, are you focusing on your ego instead of what yourself truly feels? You're like, you're not being your authentic self. That's what I got for you guys. All right. But be proud of yourself. It's all work. Right. Moving on to the Cappies. What do we have for Capricorns? I can't read that. Sorry, guys. I got these candles going. So every time I try to look at the timer for you guys, it blinds me. All right, what do we have for the Cappies? The beautiful Capricorns. All right, what do we have for Cappies? I am not taking all that, buddy. What do we have for the Cappies? What do they need to hear for the weekends? Work through your feelings. Last quarter moon in Aries. On the bottom, leave the past behind. Last quarter moon in Capricorn. So I feel like this is maybe your time to work through, well, it's obviously a time to work through your feelings. But maybe they're like past feelings. It's kind of like those shoulda, coulda, wouldas type of feelings. That energy just kind of holds like a barrier to, you know, work through them. And I feel like it's release them. They don't really serve you any purpose. All right. What do I have for the beautiful Capricorns? All right. What do I have for my beautiful Capricorns? What do we have for the beautiful Cappies going into the weekend? What do I have for the Cappies going into the weekend? All right. What do we have for the Cappies? What do I have? One more, please. Thank you. All right. We have the Empress on the bottom. So I feel like this is about maybe creating the world that you want. And that's partly working through your feelings and leaving the past behind. So maybe you've had those feelings of, can I do this? Can I move forward? Am I good enough? And those are the feelings that you need to work through and just release. All right. Oh, all right. Our magic card that I haven't seen yet. What do we have? We have the Three of Pentacles. So definitely working through something at the time. I feel like you're kind of enlightening yourself. Maybe you're getting in touch with your spirituality. Maybe you're getting in touch with God, whatever higher power it is for you. You're learning new things. Okay. And I feel like the more you learn new things is the more it brings in people in your life with this Two of Cups that kind of align with you. But I do feel like you are putting some work in this weekend, especially if there's something that you need to heal in. And it does kind of like put you in a zone of, I'm going to kind of keep to myself. I'm kind of do that inner work. I'm on my own journey. I do have something I want that I do need to release, because she is holding that string to this beautiful star up here. So it's like having that wish. But first I want to take the time. I want to go through the path. And I feel like it's driving you. Like you are, with this King of Wands energy, like you are very driven to create something new in your life. But first you have to work through a lot of that. And that's kind of that Hermit energy, and letting go of the past, or leaving whatever energy you have in the past. I feel like stagnant, regret, remorse, or just that energy of not really feeling good is what you're trying to leave behind with this star card. It's like letting it into the universe and being done with it. All right. It's very beautiful energy. For those of you who always want to hear about pregnancy, I feel like if you are getting pregnant right now, it's definitely going to be a work in progress. Like you might have people helping you at this time. You are definitely having faith, and you do have somebody who loves you very much. That's kind of how I feel. Take it however it resonates. That's what I got. All right. What do we have for the Capricorn? Right. I don't know. I feel supported, like in this reading. Like you are supported. You may not feel it, but you are. All right. What do I have for the Capricorns? Give me a moment. No. Okay. We're going to keep going. All right. What do we have for Capricorns? Going into this weekend. One more shuffle. What do we have for Capricorns, please? All right, there we go. And we'll take them. All right, we have Lone Wolf. Let the pack doubt you. Sovereignty is standing firm in your truth, even where you stand alone. So, Lone Wolf. So maybe you're feeling right now that you're kind of going through the situation alone, and the universe is trying to tell you you're not. False knowledge. Just because you've always believed it doesn't mean it's true. What if you know? I can't read, guys. What if you know is actually what you are conditioned to believe? And survival mode. How can you dream when your nervous system is scanning for threats until you feel safe? Your spirit will ration its power. And I feel like that's the working through the feelings too. So I feel like your survival mode is your Empress mode kicking in and telling you you do have the power to create. That Lone Wolf card that you're feeling right now, like you do have people to work with. All right? There is communities out there. And that false knowledge is you getting more enlightened with yourself. So take that for what it's worth. I like it. I think it's beautiful. So I feel like you need to release anything that doesn't serve you anymore. All right. That's what I have for you, Cappies. It's beautiful. All right. We are moving on to the air signs. All right. We are starting with Geminis. All right. Moving on to the Geminis. Get everything reset, guys. Sorry. All right. What do we have for Gemini going into the weekend? Right. What do we have for the Geminis? My beautiful Geminis out here. What do we have? All right. We have attend to the details. All right. Last quarter moon in Virgo. Detoxify. We're going to take that. Open up to change on the bottom. All right, new moon in Aquarius. Detoxify is full moon in Taurus. So maybe there is something that you need to cleanse out of your system. Detoxify. So if you are overdoing it, maybe it's time to take a break. This could be, it could be really anything. Drinking, maybe you're filling your head with nonsense, brain rot, anything like that. Maybe you're pushing yourself too hard, but you definitely need to cleanse some things out of your system. Attention to the detail tells me that maybe you're not paying as close attention to what's going on as you should. And being open up to change is telling me that, like, if there's things that are moving around you that you don't like, say like you're in a work situation or something and you're getting a new boss, like be open to the possibilities. Okay. Oh, let's see what we got going on for Gemini for the weekend. All right. For these beautiful Geminis out here. All right. Really, it's telling you to stay grounded. I think that's what you need to do is get grounded a little bit. That might be that detoxifying energy over here. All right, what do we have for Geminis? All right. One more, please. For the Geminis, if they don't turn over when they come out, I don't flip them over until afterwards. You got 5, so we're keeping him. We're going to see. All right. What do they need to know? All right. We have Page of Swords on the bottom. So we're thinking and creating new ideas. It's like putting thoughts into the world, taking that step forward. Might be what the attend to the details. So maybe there's things you need to like finite. All right, we have the 8 of Wands. So communication, movement. I feel like it's breakthrough in this card. Like you're breaking through something. So that might be that Page of Swords. Definitely getting some higher perspective. You're just kind of sitting and meditating with it. Like, where do I need to go? What I like about this Wands card is it's not really moving. It's kind of pushing through energy. And whatever you're pushing through, you are definitely taking your time to evaluate the situation. Okay, the King of Wands. All right. So it's definitely something that you want to do. You're very driven to do it. You're going to push through. You're very passionate about the creative process of it. Yep, Page of Wands. You know, it's that journey forward, that movement forward. I love that. And then we have the 3 of Swords. But, I mean, maybe the progress that you're making is kind of like upsetting you a little bit. Or whatever you're doing is like severely draining you with that 3 of Swords. It can be a heartbreak card. It can also be a draining card. Like anytime anything doesn't work out, it's always a little painful. It's always a little draining. And maybe that's kind of what you need to detoxify from. Maybe come up with some different ideas. Maybe brainstorm a little bit. You know, I feel like that Page of Swords needs to be with that hangman, like, type of energy where, you know, you're taking some time to think about it, how it's going to work, where you're going to maneuver it, whatever this is. Love, career, maybe you're working on a project, new idea. We have the Ten of Wands, the Queen of Cups, and the Seven of Swords. I feel like this is maybe you're releasing something, some burdens. You're being very tight-lipped and quiet about it. She's just kind of in her own world. She's got her emotions to herself, you know, especially if you're dealing with a situation that, like, you felt was a betrayal type of instance. But I see you pushing through, you know. We do have the Lovers here also. So maybe it's some kind of relationship, close relationship, that you felt was kind of like you were carrying all the burden and you're just kind of like slowly working through it. Especially if you feel like there was any kind of like deception going on behind your back. But really, I feel like this is you paying attention to the details, maybe getting some stuff out of your system. And definitely, I feel like with that hangman being open to the possibility of change, I don't really feel like this is so much as a love read as more of a career read or a push in a different direction. So maybe you're looking at different job opportunities. There's not very many pentacles on the board. I think it's just trying to figure out what you want out of life right now. Okay. All right. Or, you know, maybe you're going through an addiction that you're trying to get past. I don't. All right. In all honesty, it was really just kind of heavy. All right. What do we got for Geminis? What do we have for Geminis in this weekend? All right. We have validation trap. Approval is addictive, but it's a high that always crashes. You'll never feel whole if you're building yourself from borrowed praise. Okay. So maybe that's some of what you need to work on, is working on the inner validation instead of the outer validation. Okay. Blameless. When you always point the finger, you give away the wand. Blame is a leash that ties your power to someone else's behavior. Cut it. I like that. Maybe that's what you're detoxifying out of your system, is accepting your own decisions, your own choices, and not so much putting them on others. It's kind of like that energy of, well, I wouldn't have done this if you didn't do that type of energy. I mean, just own it and move on. All right. Sorry, Geminis. That's what I got for you guys. All right. Moving on to my Libras. You erase some of my cards, guys. All right. On to my Libras. 54. All right. What do I got for my beautiful Libras? My beautiful Libras. What do we have going on for the Libras this weekend? What do we have going on for you guys? We have Clear Your Mind, last quarter moon, and Gemini. All right. Open up to change. Maybe it's an air sign thing. All right. So clear your mind. Get out. Go for a walk. Clear your head. Meditate. All right. Everything in life changes. So definitely telling you to open it up. Maybe it's something that I don't feel like it's something is maybe. I think you're maybe opening up to possibilities. But you definitely need to clear your head. So I feel like it's telling you go for a walk. If it's cold out, then find a walk. But go for a walk. Get out in nature. Meditate. All right, what do we have for Geminis? Not Geminis, sorry. Libras. Judgment. I made a judgment call. What are we making a judgment call about for this weekend? It's kind of like releasing it, leaving it into the universe, and just be like, kind of letting it go type of energy. All right. Well, air signs want to talk today, so we'll take it. All right. Let's see what we got on the bottom. 7 of Cups. All right. So maybe you're faced with a lot of different choices. You have ideas, you have directions, but you don't really know where to go. All right. So you're just kind of go for a walk, clear your head, and just kind of leave it up to the universe. We have the 6 of Cups. Maybe this is something from the past kind of revisiting you. It's also like a childlike innocence. You know? We have the High Priestess, trusting yourself. With the Page of Pentacles. It's like kind of being stuck. Or not moving. Very, I want to say financially unbalanced. Or there's like no growth. The Ace of Pentacles in reverse. No growth. Not moving. No ideas. So I feel like you're kind of stuck right now. You're definitely stuck on a multitude of options. You're doing your research. Like, you have a wish out there, but you don't really know where to take it with that 3 of Cups energy. It's like, it's like, I have a dream. I have an idea. Sorry, guys. Whew. Yeah, it happens. I have a dream. I have an idea. Okay. I'm putting the research in. This is definitely where I want to go. This is definitely where I want to celebrate. But I have all of these options, and I don't really know what direction to go in. So I feel like you're just kind of releasing that. Like, I'm just letting it go to the universe, and maybe the universe is telling you to go out, have some fun, like, go back to your roots. You know, the things that made you happy, you know? And the High Priestess is telling you to trust the process. All right. Sometimes things feel very unbalanced and very kind of shifty, but it's kind of still kind of stagnant. And maybe right now you're kind of like, I don't know if I can do this opportunity, or what if this, what if that? And the universe is telling you, go out, clear your mind. You know, take a walk, meditate, change something up. All right. Change is good. Change. I'm a Cancer, so I'm sometimes resistant to change, and sometimes I'm all about it. It just kind of just depends on the circumstance and the situation, really. But I definitely think clearing your mind, really getting in tune with what you want, maybe trying different things, options, kind of see where it sticks. But I think really releasing any kind of expectation. And with the 6 of Cups here, I think it's like a very true innocent type of love situation, whether that's a love for a career, love in a relationship, whatever it is for you. It's different for everybody, you know, and really just trust yourself. You know, sometimes things are unbalanced and that's okay. And sometimes you don't know where to start. And I feel like that's where that Page of Swords comes in. All right. That's what I have for you, beautiful Libras. Right. Let's see what the Feral deck has to tell you. It hasn't been very nice lately, so we'll see what happens. All right. What do you have? We have Violated. And we have Bad Blood. Whew. All right, we're not taking all of that, but I will reshuffle. See if one of these wants to come back out. All right. Anything else? Libra's got a lot. You have a lot going on, Libras. All right. Violated. When your boundaries are shattered, a part of you went into hiding. It's time to call back your part, and I feel like that's that Judgment right there. Bad Blood. You may think you're over it, but the resentment is still writing scripts in your subconscious. I feel like that's that Six of Cups. This one. Unlocking gifts. You've only scratched the surface of what you're capable of. Go deeper. Your power is buried, not missing. That's your High Priestess right there. All right. What do we got here? Smoke signal. Something subtle is trying to get your attention. Don't wait for the full fire to believe it's real. I feel like that's your Page of Pentacles. So it's like maybe the universe is trying to show you a path and you're kind of being resistant to it. All right, that's what I have for you, Libras. All right. Moving on to the Aquarius. Aquarius. All right. Sorry, Aquarius. I had to pause that for a minute. I had to go to the bathroom. All right. Moving on to Aquarius. And, of course, the phone rings. All right. I love you. Bye. I will talk to you later. Hold on, guys. All right. Sorry, guys. That was my husband. He's adorable. I do love him. All right. Let's try this again. On to Aquarius. For the weekend vibes. Sometimes life just happens. Just is what it is. All right. Trust all will be well. I don't know why I said that word. Trust all will be well. All right. New moon in Virgo. Keep your heart open. So maybe you're going through a situation that's kind of painful right now. And you're kind of just allowing it to go through the motions. But you're trusting that everything is going to be okay. Everything's going to be well. Your heart's open. So maybe this is like a change in job, change in relationship. Maybe you're getting some news that you're not really okay with. So let's see what's going on. All right. And what are the weekend vibes for Aquarius? I'm going in. What do we got for Aquarius? What's the weekend vibes for Aquarius? And I feel like with like the phone ringing, me having to go to the bathroom, like all of that stuff, maybe it's kind of like a pausing moments. Like maybe there's like a break in communication or disruptions or stuff like that. So, all right. If the cards come out and they're not flipped, I don't flip them until we start, just so you know. All right. We have the Knight of Cups. We have the Queen of Pentacles. All right. On the bottom, we have the Knight of Pentacles. Feeling like everything's kind of sluggish. And that might be where that trust all will be well Like the Nine of Pentacles is very slow, steady progress. It is a knight that does finish the finish line. I love that. So overall, I feel like you're just kind of chugging through something. All right. What that something is, I don't know. We'll find out in a second. But I definitely feel like you are open to creating things. Maybe you're getting a little more creative about, things that you really care about. This Queen of Cups being here, and you're just being kind of open and fluid and allowing it to come in as it needs to. But definitely beautiful energy. All right, what do we have? We have the Six of Cups. We have the Page of Cups. And we have the Queen of Pentacles. So maybe this is slow, steady progress with somebody that you've been dealing with. It might be a child. It could be a past lover. Could be a past job. Could be something you've been trying to build and you feel like it's not really growing. So anything like that. It's definitely a card of, I feel like the Six of Cups to me is like innocence. It's definitely a card of returning to what you know type of energy. And whether you're dealing with a child or whether you're dealing with like a past relationship, somebody coming back around, and I get that because of the Knight of Cups, it's like coming in for an offer, an apology, something like I'm here. But I really feel like you're just kind of focused on your own energy, like your own value is what I'm feeling. Like you're loving yourself, you're living life, you're putting that effort and energy to you, and you're trusting that everything is going to work out the way it is. With this, keeping your heart open, maybe you're getting out there, you're looking for love, but, you feel like things aren't really moving right now with that Nine of Pentacles. And maybe it's kind of like bringing up some issues from the past. I'm going to move around too, And you do see offers coming in, but maybe you're a little hesitant to take some. So I feel like you have an idea in your mind of like what you want to create. Maybe family-wise, maybe love-wise. And you're kind of just going with it right now. That's kind of the energy you feel. It's really good energy. All right. What does the Braille deck have to tell you? So if you're looking at this like a love read, I feel like this is like maybe something's not really moving fast enough, especially if it's like you're waiting from somebody like from the past to come in and offer something. I just feel you just kind of like sitting in your own world. Like you're enjoying life, you're embracing it, you're taking it all in, you're just kind of like flowing. I just feel like you're flowing. No. All right, what do we have for the beautiful Aquariuses? What do we have for Aquarius? Okay, we have double triumph. Oh, you've been hurting, but hurt people don't always heal each other. Sometimes they just pass the wound back and forth. So I feel like that's that Six of Cups energy. Do we have anything else for Aquarius? No. Storm Tamer. Your relationship with chaos is evolving. You don't just survive storms, you alchemize them and turn them into opportunities to transform. And I feel like that's that Empress right there. Okay. So I feel like trusting all will be well. So maybe you're focusing on healing some kind of trauma. I don't really see a healing card here, but it's something that you're working through with that Six of Cups. And whether you're kind of offering that love to yourself, I feel like it's more you offering that love to yourself. You are definitely getting in tune with yourself, I feel like, at this time. All right, that's what I have for you, beautiful Aquariuses. I love that energy. I just feel like you're in a period of flow. Just, it's really good energy. I like it. All right, moving on to the beautiful water signs. All right, we're doing Cancer. Right. What do we have for the Cancerians? All right. The beautiful Cancerians. What do we have for them going into this weekend? We have Go Wild. I love that. All right. Go Wild. All right. Full Moon in Leo with Go Deeper on the bottom. All right. I feel like this is about getting out and expressing yourself. You know, maybe you've got some passion you want to create, or you've got a project you need to get done. It's like getting up, getting things, getting out of there, getting out of your comfort zone, just being you. And, you know, with the Go Deeper card, I feel like it's like embracing that. What do I want to use? Right. All right. I really love the Go Wild. It's really pretty. It's kind of a cool rainbow. I like that. All right. If you're anything like me, Cancer, so like you're cooped up in the winter and it's springtime and you just kind of want to get out. Just want to go do things. All right. What do we have for the Cancerians for this weekend? All right, they are testing the tornado sirens, so you might hear that in the background. I'm not quite sure. It's definitely that time. All right. Again, the Page of Cups popping its head out. All right. One more for Cancer for this weekend, please. One more. Right. We got the Five of Pentacles. All right. On the bottom, I think you are definitely like trusting yourself. You're like, you know what I want? I know what I want to do. I am definitely in tune with my intuition right now. You got the Star, the Wands, and the Knight of Wands. I think this is about the star can be about healing. I feel like it's also about wishes because you always see a star in it. So I think it's about creating that wish and keep moving forward to it with that Seven of Wands. Six of Wands. Seven of Wands? I can't count either. No. Seven of Wands. I don't know my Roman numerals either. I'm really bad at them. Anyways, so it's definitely about, so if you've had some kind of like dream or wish that you are thinking of, so maybe you're starting your business, maybe you're wanting to move a career, maybe you're, you know, wanting to be open to a new relationship type of energy, and it's definitely, I feel like this is high time to do it right now. So you have the Knight of Wands. It's moving forward. It's kind of like pushing those dreams into a reality type of energy. I definitely like that for you. And I don't know why I face him this way, but with the Star with that Knight of Wands, like he's facing that wish and he's like, yeah, I got the fire and passion and drive to do this. Like, I'm getting off my ass and I'm doing it type of energy. I like that for you guys. All right. Under that, you do have the Nine of Pentacles. So it is like definitely your wish fulfillment type of energy. Not so much, how do I want to say it? Because I feel like it's like a dream that you have that you're working towards and you're definitely accomplishing something type of energy. All right, but you're definitely in tune with yourself right now. All right, well, Page of Wands. It's the ideas, that creations, that movement forward. It's taking that first step. the Page of Cups, like throwing those ideas out there. I love how his head is a cup and you see that smoke coming out. It's like releasing those thoughts into the air, okay? You know, maybe with that Five of Pentacles, it's got you a little stuck sometimes, but I feel like with the Star and the Seven of Wands and the Knight of Wands back here, you are definitely continuing to push through. It's like, if you take all of these pentacles away, I don't know if you can see it or not, it's like having that Ace of Pentacles and he's just staring at it. He's just got to let some things go with this other four over here. I hope that makes sense to you guys. So I definitely love it for you. And maybe that is that go wild. Just be you. Be free. All right. What do we have for Cancerians in the Feral deck for this weekend? What do we have? Very beautiful, creative, imaginative idea. And you're definitely just getting in touch with yourself. I love it. It's beautiful. All right, what do we have? I don't know what that is, but we'll see. Anything else for the Cancerians today? Right. All right. Love is real. Love is not a myth. Your heartbreak just made it easier to spot what isn't it. Don't let the past wounds rewrite the truth. I feel like that's that go deeper. Is sometimes you have to dig a little deeper to kind of get where you're going. Kind of energy. All right, this one came out first. Radical hope. In a world littered with chaos and darkness, choosing hope is the wildest form of rebellion. So, I feel like that's your high priestess right there. Releases power. Freedom begins the moment you stop clinging. Let it go with love or with fire, but let it go. I feel like that is that Page of Wands energy right there. Like letting it go. Keep moving forward. All right. You've been getting a lot of Page of Wands lately, so I feel like we got some creative Cancers out there that just need to go wild. Like, let it go. I got frozen going in my head right now. Let it go. I am also freezing. I hope it's not cold where you guys are. All right. We are moving on to Scorpio. All right. Lovely Scorpios. My husband's a Scorpio. He's probably the calmest man I've ever met in my entire life. I don't even know how he keeps up with me sometimes. All right. What do we have for my beautiful Scorpios? All right. What do we have for the Scorpios? What do we have for Scorpios? We have practice gratitude, practice gratitude. All right, on the bottom we have step up and lead. Ooh, all right. Practice gratitude. All right, so maybe you're at a time where you're just kind of like feeling down, feeling kind of dumpy, and you don't really, like, you're staring at things and you're like, how am I getting here? How am I getting here? Instead of like doing that, maybe you should just be grateful that you're there type of energy. Or grateful that you've accomplished what you have so far. With Step Up and Lead, I feel like this is telling you to take the reins. Maybe take the reins in your own life. Maybe take the reins in your career, your job. But definitely be more grateful of what you have, what you've built, what you've succeeded in, type of energy. All right, what do we have for Scorpios on tarot? All right, what do we have for the beautiful Scorpios? What do we have for Scorpios? What do we have for my beautiful Scorpios out there? If we have anything. See? All right. Tell me about the Scorpios, please. All right. We have the Emperor. Love that. Feel like that's the stand up and take the lead. No idea what that is, but we'll find out. All right. What do we got? Definitely the Emperor is like a very strong, stubborn, sturdy guy or woman, depending on sex, whatever. But it's definitely somebody who knows how to get things. Like, he doesn't hold back or anything. Roll that up or down. All right, so we got the Devil. All right. Oh, okay, sounds good. All right, so current energy is the Devil. So, Capricorn, love that. All right, so the Devil's telling me that, especially with practice gratitude here, is maybe feeling like you don't have enough or that you are not enough. And, you know, you're still going to take charge, you're still going to lead, but maybe you feel like you are just not getting where you want to go type of energy. And I feel like that's kind of what I said earlier is like, be grateful what you have and the journeys that you're going on. You have the Justice, the Six of Wands, and the Seven of Wands. I feel like that's telling you that like everything's going to balance out. Everything is, I feel like, tipping more on your scales. You do have victories ahead, so keep kicking ass. I don't know what that is for you, but you definitely have the Nine of Wands under that, and then the King of Pentacles. So take that for what it's worth. I feel like you have enough to keep going, and you are going to reach your goals by the end of it. Type of energy. I love that. I feel like it's very straightforward. All right. So the Emperor being the man who knows how to get what he wants when the right time. I feel like that is you kind of coming into your light. You just really need to let go of the thought process of, can I do this? How am I going to do this? Type of thing, and just show up. We do have the Ace of Cups in reverse. So I feel like this is about maybe not being open to that, or maybe not allowing yourself to be grateful for the things that you have. I do feel like it is kind of mentally challenging for you right now with this Five of Wands. So maybe it's kind of like a back and forth in your head type of thing. And the more you practice that gratitude, the more you kind of get out of that energy. And it's really allowing yourself to flow in that way. So the more gratitude you open up to, the more your heart space kind of opens up. But right now, like, you're definitely being kind of maybe stubborn with yourself. I don't really feel like this is about anybody else or anything else. I think it's just about you, intuitively, your thought process, what your goals are. But it's really telling you just to be grateful. Like, definitely get out of your head. All right. And maybe that's something you need to step up and take the lead on, is like your own thought process. All right. What do we have for Scorpios? Our beautiful feral deck here. What do we have for Scorpios? All right. What do we have for the Scorpios? What do they need to know? What do they need to hear right now for the Scorpios for this weekend? That's a lot. Whale. Bad blood on the bottom. I'm not going to read it, though. You have so many. Oh my gosh. Fact checked. A faulty belief system will still feel true if it's never been challenged. How much of your truth is based on secondhand stories and emotional static? I feel like that's your devil card right there. All right. Just let me this one. All right. Avoiding pain. You've been seeding your soul with distractions and denial, but deep healing demands presence, not escape. I feel like that's your Emperor. So many. Unfinished karma. You think it's done, but your energy is still circling the lesson you released to fully claim. I feel like that is your gratitude. Ego driven. That is also your Emperor. Ego will fight to keep you small by pretending you're above everyone else when you're right. When being right matters more than being real. Your evolution stalls. I feel like that is also driving into your Emperor. Projecting. Not everything you feel is a fact. Sometimes your mind is filling with blanks and old stories. I feel like that's your Ace of Cups in reverse to your Five of Wands. What do we got? Silenced and Lone Wolf. Let the pack doubt you. Sovereignty is the standing firm in your truth. Even when you stand alone, I feel like that is also playing into your negative thought process. Silence. The fear is conflict is choking your growth. Let the discomfort come and let the truth breathe. And I feel like that's your Five of Wands energy right there. Definitely very detailed. That's a lot of cards. They all came flying out. We took them. So maybe let go of some of that ego-driven force, those negative thought patterns, and like open yourself up to that gratitude and definitely get out of your head. Because, I mean, what you're looking for is some kind of justice, a victory, and you're just going to keep moving forward, but you can't do that in this type of energy. And the universe is telling you to stand up, take that lead for yourself. All right, take that how it resonates. Definitely very specific for someone. I don't know who, but... All right, we are moving on to Pisces. All right, what do we have for my beautiful Pisces? What do we have for my beautiful Pisces? I feel like I just know what to sage everything over here. All right, what do I have for my Pisces? All right, what do we have for Pisces? What do we have for Pisces? All right, that was 2. We're going to take it. Ruthless control. All right. First one on moon and Taurus. Push through any insecurity. First quarter moon in Cancer. So, anything on the bottom? Reveal what needs to be seen. Last quarter moon in Scorpio. So, maybe if you bring something to light, you can kind of push through into it, but you have to release the control of a situation. Like you can't hold on to that. All right. What do we have for beautiful Pisces? All right. What do we have for Pisces? My beautiful Pisces. All right. What do they need to know going into this weekend? What do they need to know? All right. We'll find out. All right. What do we need, Pisces, for this weekend? Going into this weekend. All right. What do we have for Pisces? Okay. So those of you who are watching this or have watched the other signs, so I don't flip the cards over until they're ready. So we always just kind of see what comes out. All right. One more for Pisces, please. There we go. 3 of Swords. Bottom of the deck. 7 of Cups. So, looking at options, multiple options. Maybe we have too many options, and it's definitely... so it might also be kind of like scattered thoughts, scattered emotions. Like maybe we're feeling too much all at once type of energy. 3 of Cups with the Star and the Page of Wands. I feel like maybe it's time to break free, get out, go do things. All right. Maybe you're kind of healing right now, you know, and you're trying to definitely throw out some thoughts, ideas, you know, on what to build, how to create. Maybe you've been in a situation where, you know, there was third party, you're trying to heal from that somebody, but they're kind of just like in and out type of energy. But I definitely think that pushing through whatever insecurities you got right now and releasing control kind of like clears up a lot of this emotional chaos we have going on over here. All right, we have the 9 of Swords. Definitely in your head. Okay, maybe sleepless nights. We have the 7 of Wands, maybe pulling back our energy, being a little guarded at the moment, especially if we've been dealing with some kind of situation that did hurt us or put us in a state of heartbreak. So if this was somebody who went out and celebrated a little too many times with not you, I feel like you are taking the time to really heal. And you could have those thoughts in your head like, is this my fault? Is this my fault? No, you don't control other people's choices. Okay? If this was you and you are trying to figure out how to fix it, I think you have to kind of work through that yourself. Or maybe you need to ask your questions. Why am I doing this? Like, why? What prompted me to do this type of situation? I definitely feel right now that you're healing and you're kind of trying to push past some things. And, you know, maybe you're focused on trying to create something, maybe something new with said situation, said person, or whatever it is to you, but you're definitely in your head about it. I really feel like you're guarded, your heart's broken, you know, you have a lot of things that are going on in your head. Those thoughts is just like, what's the word? It's very, coulda, shoulda, woulda, could have done this differently. What if I did this differently? What if I try this? What if I do this? Like, it's very chaotic. And I feel like kind of pushing through, like, whatever that is for you, put you in a better situation and releasing the control of the outcome, so to speak. So, but definitely I feel like you are losing sleep over this. Like, maybe you are very tight-lipped, closed off. You're not allowing anybody in your bubble. You know, maybe you're not talking to friends, you're not talking to anybody, and you're just kind of feeling a lot of pain right now. And the universe could be telling you, you know, go out, get out with friends, go do something, change that energy up a little bit, you know. It might be a little healing and it might be fun at the same time, you know. But, you know, nurture yourself, love yourself, you know, have a little faith in yourself. I don't know who this is for, but very sad. But I do feel like whatever this emotional chaos you have going on in your head right now, like, you just need to push through it. All right, what do we have for my beautiful Pisces? It's gonna be chills. I don't know. You know, if this was a loss, though, like, I feel like getting out, relying on those people that you care about is going to be very healing for you. Okay? I don't know why this card keeps coming out. I'm not going to take it, though. Right. That one also gives... There is like 78 cards in this deck. And all of the same cards keep coming out for different signs. All right. We're saging these. Some breathe and some sage. All right. What do we have for Pisces? What do we have for Pisces? Okay. What do we have for Pisces? Anything else? Anything we need to hear? That one fell on the floor. We will grab that, though. All right. Give me a sec. All right. I'm going with this one first. Fact checked. A faulty belief system will still feel true if you... Let me try it again because I can't read today. Fact check. All right. A faulty belief system will still feel true if it's never been challenged. How much of your truth is based on secondhand stories and emotional static? And I definitely feel like that's that Nine of Swords energy right there. Is like the thoughts keeping you up at night. All right, we have soft strength. It takes great strength to remain soft in the world that tries to burden you. Only the brave dare to feel, to love, to face their own vulnerability. All right, and I feel like that's your Seven of Wands type of energy, is like allowing some of that guard to drop and be vulnerable. We have feral focus. Want to become unstoppable, get crystal clear on what you want, and refuse to be seduced by anything that dilutes it. And that's your Seven of Cups energy right there. You know, be clear about what you want. You know, stop focusing on all of that emotional chaos you got going on up there. All right, blessed by fire. Looking back, you can acknowledge that every trial was an intuition. You are not cursed. You are blessed with fire. I love that. And that's that releasing of control and this, you know, getting out with friends, healing, enjoying life with that Page of Wands back there. All right. That's what I have for you, Pisces. Thank you guys for coming. I appreciate it. And always stay weird. You guys have a blessed day. Thanks, guys.